Kumusta? Kumusta? Welcome to the Jay Roga Show podcast, the first conservative podcast in the Philippines. We're protecting the Filipino family from woke ideology. And wokeness, we shall talk about. Pag-usapan natin, we'll do a public service sa ating mga kapatid sa woke culture, sa mga left-leaning friends natin, sa mga liberal friends natin. But first, kung bago ka dito sa podcast na to, I would like to invite you to subscribe, share, like, do whatever you do kapag nakita kayo ng bagong YouTube channel or Spotify. Kaya, ayun, I greatly appreciate it because it helps with the algorithm ng show. Mag-comment din kayo kahit na nagbabash lang kayo sa comment, it increases our engagement. Kaya salamat din sa mga bashers and haters ng podcast. Okay, so pag-usapan natin itong study na ito. This is an medyo relatively old study, old news, nung March pa ito, but it's a significant topic. Hindi naman siya ganun ka-old. March lang naman of this year. So sabi dito, woke people more likely to be unhappy, anxious, and depressed. New study suggests. And mahaba yung study. I will put a link nitong buong study na to. This is entitled Construction and Validation of a Scale for Assessing Critical Social Justice Attitudes ni Oskari Latinen. So, ito yung study na ito. This is done in Finland but released in the Scandinavian Journal of Psychology. And I will put the link of this study para kayo na mismo ang magbasa sa show notes ng podcast na ito. But for now, as a summary, let's read this news. Sabi dito, ignorance is bliss. Psychological researchers in Finland have created an assessment to help measure an individual's commitment to principles of social justice and made some surprising findings across the Finnish population, including a negative correlation between progressive ideals and levels of happiness. So, ibig sabihin dito, negative correlation, the more you're into progressive ideals, normally ito yung mga woke ideology, is inverse siya sa level of happiness. Mas magiging malungkot ang isang tao. Their findings is published, gaya na sinabi ko, in the Scandinavian Journal of Psychology, suggest other Western nations may see similar patterns among their socially conscious citizens. So ang author is Oskari Latinen, a senior researcher at the Invest Research Flagship Center at the University of Turku, remarked that the woke discourse has since worked its way into Finnish discourse. So the debate was largely data-free, and it could thus be considered a worthwhile question to study how prevalent these attitudes are. He continued, no reliable and valid instrument existed prior to the study to assess the extent and prevalence of these attitudes in different populations, so I set out to develop one. Okay, so the pilot surveyed included 851 adult participants, most of whom were associated with the University of Turku. After refining the initial scale, the study was expanded to a more representative national sample of 5,000 participants, distributed via Helsingin Sanomat, Finland's largest newspaper. Okay, so in the end, their final critical social justice attitude scale identified 7 truism of woke people. So sabi dito, ito yung 7 indicator dun sa study na woke ang individual na sumagot ng mga questionnaires nila. So 7 indicator. So kapag nag-yes daw sila dito or nag-no on some specific questions, medyo left-leaning ang tao na yon. Okay, so if white people have an average if white people have on average a higher level of income than black people, it is because of racism. So kapag nag-yes ang tao dun sa questionnaire, medyo woke-leaning siya. University reading list should include fewer white or European authors. So kapag nag-yes, nasa woke side. Microaggression should be challenged often and actively. Kapag nag-yes, nasa woke side. Trans women who compete with women in sports are not helping women's rights. So dito naman sa tanong na ito, kapag nag-no ang participant, dun siya nasa woke side. Kapag nag-no sila, disagree sila na ang pag-include ng trans women in women's sports, hindi tinutulungan ang women's rights. We don't need to talk more about the color of people's skin. So kapag nag-yes, nasa woke side. A white person cannot understand how a black person feels equally well as another black person. Kapag nag-yes, nasa woke side. A member of a privileged group can adopt features or cultural elements of less privileged group. So kapag nag-no, nasa woke side ka. So yun yung mga 7 indicators nila kung sino yung mga left-leaning sa study. So na-discover nila that the gender divide was probably most surprising to me. Sabi ni nung author ng study, 3 out of 5 women view woke ideas positively. Oh, so sinasabi dito na mas malapit sa wokeness ang mga kababaihan. But only 1 out of 7 men view them negatively. And nakikita ko din yan sa analytics ng ating podcast. Mas marami yung mga kalalakihan who seem to be leaning on the conservative side. So this was especially true of women in fields such as social sciences, education, and humanities. Medyo telling. By contrast, participants who worked in STEM, so STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, were more likely to critique social justice efforts associated with being woke. Siguro nagkataon lang because I'm an engineer, so nasa STEM field ako, and hindi ko naman sinasabi na mas maalam kami, pero mukha nga. However, the most concerning finding was the relationship, and ito yung gist ng study, the relationship between mental health and agreement with the scale. Specifically, researchers found a high prevalence of anxiety and depression in people who believe the statement, if white people have on average a higher income than black people, it is because of racism. More broadly, they found that those who identify as left-wing were most likely to report lower mental well-being. Latinen warned against extrapolating their findings to international audiences just yet, particularly across Western nations. So, yung last paragraph, yung author is hoping that explore din, magawa din itong study na to to a larger audience sa ibang Western countries. Anyway, pag-usapan natin kung ano ang implications ng study na ito. And siguro, tignan mo na rin sa sarili mo if how are you in life? Ikaw ba yung tipong medyo nakakaranas ng success sa buhay o isa kang tao na parang tingin mo ang buong mundo is against you and medyo dahil dyan ay hindi ka nakakaranas ng success. And sabi nila baka chicken and egg ito. Baka dahil sa hindi yung pagiging woke mo ang nagko-cause ng depression mo. Baka mamaya yung buong mundo, ito yung nagko-cause ng depression mo and in turn, nagiging woke ka. But maybe it's both. Sometimes, yung worldview mo, baka mamaya ito yung nagli-limit sa'yo. Kapag iniisip mo na imposibleng mag-succeed sa world, sa mundong ating kinagagalawan dahil all the systems are against you, maybe naniniwala ka dun sa Marxist ideology na may bourgeoisie and proletariat and may dalawang classes na naglalaban parate. Baka naniniwala ka doon and may dalawang either oppressed ka lang or oppressor, and baka naniniwala ka na nandun ka palagi sa oppressed side ng mga oppressors na ito. The sad part is baka mamaya nalilimit ang success mo ng worldview na ito because baka kung maka-achieve ka ng konting success sa buhay, konting kasiyahan, konting ginhawa sa buhay, baka it would cause you a cognitive dissonance. And the reason I say na baka naglilimit ito sa'yo is baka gusto mong ma-prove ang iyong worldview. Baka nagiging self-fulfilling prophecy na ang nangyayari sa'yo. And maybe this is something you could think about, my woke friends, my left-leaning friends. Baka hindi kayo aware dun sa idea na tinatawag na positive feedback loop na encounter ko ito sa aklat ni Mark Manson, yung The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. The positive feedback loop is this. Kapag anxious ka of something, minsan nagko-cause ito ng anxiety sa'yo. Iniisip mo yung anxiety mo and sa pag-isip mo ng anxiety mo, mas nagiging anxious ka. And dahil doon, napapaisip ka na naman sa anxiety mo and nagiging feedback ito until lumaki yung anxiety mo dahil sa kakaisip dito. True ito sa maraming parts sa buhay natin. Kapag depressed ka, baka mamaya iniisip mo yung depression mo which cause more depression to you. And again, isipin mo na naman yung depression mo which cause more depression to you. And ito yung positive feedback loop. Now, when it comes to wokeness, baka mamaya nalilimit ka nito at nagko-cause ng positive feedback loop na hindi mo maabot tong limit na to. I think ang gusto ko lang sabihin is try to break the cycle. Maybe try to go out there, challenge your assumption, and who knows, baka mamaya mali ka pala sa paniniwala mo. So, challenge your assumption and maybe what's the worst thing what's the worst thing that could happen in your life? The worst thing that could happen kung lumabas ka sa woke ideology mo is wala lang, baka sumaya ka, di ba? Baka lang, di ba? Ayon dito sa study na to, inversely correlated ang woke ideology sa kasiyahan ng tao. And siguro that's the worst thing that could happen if you challenge your woke ideology. So, yun lang masasuggest ko. I hope you give this some thought. Okay, so this has been another episode of the Jay Roga Show. At the end of the day, it will be night. Goodbye. Hi, this is Jay Roga of the Jay Roga Show. If you like what you just saw, please consider subscribing and smash that like button. We'll need all of your help to take back the culture from this ideological colonization of the West. Thank you.